The Married at First Sight UK Restless latest update, 2023 couples who have already broken up. It's not known exactly who has made it past the altar, but fans have picked up on a number of clues. Married at First Sight UK is well underway, and it's safe to say the 2023 series has been eventful. This year there were 16 new married couples in the lineup, with an additional 4 walking down the aisle after joining the season late, Wales Online reports. Viewers obviously want to know who is still together from The Social Experiment, especially as the series was filmed earlier this year. However, that information is kept under wraps until after MAFS UK ends, with groom Luke Worley recently explaining the cast aren't allowed to wear their wedding rings as it would give it all away. "You're not allowed to wear your ring until the final episode's aired," he said on a podcast recently. "Everyone has to take it off, so no one knows if you're together or not." Despite this, the stars of the show are very active on social media, and some fans have picked up on clues when it comes to whether they are still with their respective partners. Thomas and Roz, for example, didn't get off to the greatest start but have been growing closer each week. Thomas regularly writes sweet tributes to Roz on Instagram and often calls her his wife on social media, suggesting the couple could still be happily married. Meanwhile, Tasha and Paul were pictured at a press event together recently. However, we won't know for sure what the newlyweds decide until the final vows, which will air at the end of the series. That being said, the couples do get the chance to leave the experiment each week at the commitment ceremonies, which see them sit down with dating experts Melanie Schilling, Paul C. Brunson, and Charlene Douglas. And so far one groom has quit the process, leaving his wife blindsided by his decision, while another couple was removed from the experiment by bosses as the environment was not working, and it was the right time to leave the experiment. So while we don't know who is still together, here's who has definitely split. Portia and Terrence split. The newlyweds had a pretty bumpy journey from the start, which included falling out over a spoon, yes, you read that right, on their honeymoon. During the first commitment ceremony, Terrence opted to leave the process, but because his wife chose to stay, the pair had to remain and work on their relationship. With help from the experts, the pair got back on track, but after a game of off-camera spin the bottle, things shortly descended into chaos as Terrence learned that his wife had kissed other contestants behind his back. During the next commitment ceremony, Terrence announced he was quitting the show, regardless of what Portia had chosen to do. Explaining his reason, he said, "I thought it was a pride thing. I thought everyone had the upper hand and they were laughing at me. So I was trying to stay. I was toying for ages. It wasn't until the last minute I made the decision. I've taken time by myself and I've listened to some of the guys. But I'm leaving." Brad and Shona split. Sparks initially flew between Brad and Shona when they met as strangers at the altar, but things soon turned sour with confirming the pair had been removed from the show as the environment was not working for the couple and it was the right time to leave the experiment. Their exit played out on screens and saw them sit down with experts Mel and Paul after they had taken a few days away from the experiment. During the chat, the pair talked about an argument following the last dinner party, and Shona candidly detailed to Paul and Mel that her husband's actions were not making her feel loved and that she was feeling sad. She also expressed that the roller coaster of emotions was causing her anxiety. You can read everything the couple said here. After hearing them out, Paul told them, "What I'm seeing happen is you have devolved. What it sounds like is there are moments when the desire is there, but there are a lot of moments where you are saying, Shona, that you feel belittled, to a point where this is not a healthy relationship, and I know you know this. But this is not working, it's just not." He continued, "We can see you've developed strong feelings for each other, but right now this is not an environment where your relationship can flourish. On that basis, we believe it's in your best interest that you exit the process now." the couple decided to leave the experiment together, hoping that when given the space they would be able to make things work. However, it wasn't meant to be, and the pair are now both in new relationships. Nathaniel and Ella split, we think. Nathaniel and Ella also hit it off on their wedding day, but things have not been smooth sailing between the pair. In the latest episode of MAFS UK, which aired on Tuesday, October 17th, the pair decided to have some space from one another after Nathaniel learned that Ella had been flirting with new groom JJ, who is married to Bianca. The attraction between the pair is mutual, and according to reports, in scenes yet to air, Ella and JJ kiss behind the backs of their spouses and re-enter the experiment as a couple. Although not confirmed by show bosses, a television source told Mail Online, Ella and Nathaniel tried to take their relationship to the next level but agreed they were better off as friends. Nathaniel was so disappointed by Ella's actions. He thought they had a mutual respect for each other, and kissing someone else in the process went against his values. Ella loved the attention she received from JJ because it's what she missed in her marriage to Nathaniel. After initially leaving the show when their marriages failed, Ella and JJ were given permission by the relationship experts to come back, which certainly ruffled feathers among the cast who have taken the process seriously from the beginning. Nathaniel also told in September how he quit the show after a few weeks, suggesting that the pair have indeed gone their separate ways, although, of course, we can't say for sure. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.